What's up guys, welcome back to the Detail Garage. So today I'm going to show you how simple it is to take care of any kind of scratches, swirls, water spots, oxidation, marring, or hologramming out of your brand new vehicle. So this black Ford Edge Sport, it's been recently purchased by the owner and he didn't realize it, but it actually has some minor scratches and swirls due to some poor washing techniques. And then that was corrected by some poor polishing techniques, so now it actually has marring and hologramming in the paint. So today I'm going to use VSS to correct all that, and what that is a microabrasive polish that starts off aggressive enough to take care of any deep scratches and swirls, and then it breaks down to refine those scratches for a perfect mirror shine. Now over here, I've got my TORQ X set up with an orange microfiber pad, and I've gone with microfiber because the paintwork is actually really sensitive, so I want something that's going to create the heat and pressure without being so aggressive that it's actually going to mar the paintwork. And over here I have our VSS, and as I had mentioned, this is the microabrasive polish that's going to start off aggressive to take care of any deeper scratches and swirls, and then it's going to refine itself to break down any of the minor scratches for a mirror shine. Now before you do any kind of polishing job, or if you're going to apply a glaze, a sealant, a wax, or even a coating, you want to clay the surface so you can pull off as much of the impurities and give it that really slick feeling. I've already done that using the clay block, and now I've got this section nice and smooth, so now it's ready to be polished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake up the VSS, and then the special thing about applying any kind of polish or compound to a microfiber pad is that you don't want to do it in dabs. You actually want to spread it in lines and then coat the entire pad. This way there's not a dry section which can cause marring. So now just using my finger, I'm going to spread it out over the entire pad for even coverage. And then we're going to spray some pad conditioner on there just so we're not putting a dry pad on the surface. And then we'll get into the polishing steps. So now this pad's loaded up, it looks really good. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to spray a little bit of pad conditioner on there. And what this does is it's going to reduce friction so that I'm not adding any new marring marks or holograms. And what we're going to do is we're going to blotch this out. We'll start in this small section here. And you want to work in about a foot or 2 foot by 2 foot square. This way you're controlling the amount of polish you have so it's actually not wearing out or drying out. Because polish does have a breakdown time, so you want to work in small sections at a time, that way you get even shine and you're also giving the best results that you can. So on the lowest speed setting, we're going to spread this out. And now on the highest speed setting, we're going to do our polishing where we're actually removing the scratches and swirls. So after you've thoroughly worked the polish into the paintwork, you want to take a clean microfiber towel and buff off the excess. This way you can check your work. Just working back and forth in straight lines so you don't add any new scratches or swirls. And already I can tell it's done a tremendous job. I'll get the light out so we can see the actual end result, but just as far as I can tell right now, it looks like it's taking care of most of those scratches and swirls for a nice, clean, even shine. Oh yeah, you guys can tell that there's a huge difference between the polished side and then this non-polished side, where there's just a ton of scratches and swirls. There's still some marring and holograms up here. And then over here, it's just beautiful down to the flake. Now the flakes make it a little hard to tell where there may or may not be scratches and swirls, but when we take this thing outside, we're gonna notice that there's a huge difference between this polished side and the non-polished side. So with that being said, I'm gonna finish off the top of this door. And then up here on the pillar, there's some scratches and paintwork up there. We're gonna go and address that as well. So as you can see, I moved on to a smaller machine. This is our TORQ X, and it's got a smaller backing plate on there. It's a 3-inch backing plate. It's going to help me maneuver around the top of the door and also the window pillar. Now, the 5-inch backing plate on the TORQ X helped me knock down the bigger areas. Now for the more intricate side, I'm going to use the TORQ X to really get the perfect shine. So just finished polishing this portion of the door. Starting over here with the TORQ X, we were able to knock down the deeper scratches and swirls on the bigger area. And then for the smaller areas like the door handle and the top of the door, we used our TORQ X, and the smaller backing plate and a smaller pad made it easier to maneuver around this area without getting any polish on the door up here, on the window, and anything else that we didn't want to polish. So now we're going to move on to this last piece up here by the window pillar. Now I'm going to leave this side unpolished so I can show you guys the before and after, but this side has tons of scratches and swirls in this painted plastic area. But using the smaller TORQ X, I'm going to be able to clean all this up and get the whole door looking right. Wow, VSS did an amazing job to bring the paint back. As you can see, the scratches and swirls have been removed to bring it back to that showroom shine. The same procedures can be applied to the rest of this vehicle to get the paint to really pop. But before we do that, we're going to go and protect this section of the door, because after we put all that work into this, we don't want this to go back to either being scratched up or oxidized, so we're going to use a coating. Now, Second Skin 6 is the coating that I've chosen because it's going to give it a durable protection against UV rays, harsh elements, and it's also anti-scratch property, so in case things bang into this, it's not going to create minor scratches and swirls again. And one of the best features is that it gives it a hydrophobic and a really slick finish, so when it rains outside or if the car gets washed, the water's going to sheet instead of beading, causing water spots. So we're going to jump on that, we're going to take it outside to get that full effect. As an extra step, I want to spray down the entire surface using Wipeout, and what that is a surface prep spray to take care of any last residues or any kind of polish that was left on the surface. This way we have a perfect bond between the coating and the paint. Alrighty guys, to wrap up the detail on this Ford Edge, we started off with clay block to take care of any of the impurities that were stuck in the paint. Then we hit it with VSS to take care of all the deeper scratches and swirls to really give it that mirror shine. And then we coat it with Second Skin 6 to give it hydrophobic properties and also enhance that shine. So we're going to give you a quick little water sheeting action. I should mention that I let Second Skin 6 dry for about 3 or 4 hours. It's been a while since we applied it. And now it's going to go ahead and show you just that water sheeting action. So if you guys want to learn more about these products, check it out on our website, chemicalguys.com. If you like this car or this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time right here in the Detail Garage.